God, look at this big picture behind us. I mean,
I
do you remember
Do you know what?
when it was really heavy?
The thing is about that, she's actually winched up on 2 wires because she's so heavy.
No, I wasn't!
I was like this.
No, I'm too heavy or you're too weak.
Yeah.
I mean, look at your brooding face. You're really
Look at your
serious.
intense face over.
Oh, I mean, that's classic
And the kiss
visual expression.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, those were the days.
They were the days.
I was a spring chicken.
I know. Yeah.
I was 21.
And now you've just got unnervingly weird hair.
I know, I'm sorry. Matt keeps making fun of my hair today because it doesn't really know what it's doing.
There's a patch here that sort of has a
it's just a
line
bit
of its
thick
own.
here.
No, it looks very pretty, really. Sorry.
By all means, continue. When you brought up the Mrs. Doubtfire story, that made me wonder, were there any other pranks that you guys played on each other on
Yes,
set?
allow me to expand on that. So, I feel like I was at the receiving end of most of the pranks because I was the only girl. And there was, so Matt used to hide in my trailer. This was his thing. I would walk in and then I wouldn't know that he was like hiding in a corner and he would just jump out really aggressively screaming absurdities. And it was really scary.
Yeah,
and then one time he really took it to the next level and he like found this really abnormally long shoehorn that was just in my room for some reason, and he jumped out and like was waving it around, and I remember like sliding down the wall, half crying, half laughing. I mean, it's enough to scar a person.
Yeah. And then we play a game called the Uncomfortable Touch.
Oh, classic!
Which is a classic game. Some of you may have heard about it. Whoa.
I'm doing it right now.
Right now. But like actors that would first come on set, we'd go, hey, morning, this is Karen.
Nice to meet you.
Are you having a good day?
Why, of course.
Yeah. So, welcome to the set of Doctor Who. And but we do it with like loads of people. And sometimes, this is really bad. I'm sorry to even admit this. Sometimes, no, actually no.
No, what is it? I don't even know what that is.
Well, sometimes there's been 2 occasions in Calgary actually where we've done it in the dual photo ops.
Oh no, I
And
got
like we'll be
someone.
putting our arms around each other, and I'll just go. I'll put my hand on Karen's neck.
I mean, it's just unnerving.
Yeah, it's really.
Or
it's
gapping.
Really...
Gapping's a fun
Yeah,
game as
gapping's
well.
a good one.
Gapping.
Gapping.
I did that to some person in the photo op yesterday, and I'm sorry.
So, looking forward to seeing you all at the dual photo ops this afternoon.
Gonna get some real good Christmas card material out of that one.
Oh yeah, classic. The thing is, on a film set, you sort of have to pass the time. We do a lot of dancing, sporadic, like just break
I'm quite
up
good
into
at
really
dancing.
Sporadic, angular movement. Well, you know.
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
I mean, it's just a subtle
But
one.
that's what it would be. You just sort of get up and go like. Oh, and just anything to pass the time really. And then I would spend. It was my life's work to irritate Karen. That was literally.
Well, you did very well.
And yeah.
Can we expect a full disc of that on the box set?
Yeah. Well, they should have put it all.
Confidential.
Or there's the look, which I did yesterday.
Yeah,
So like, kind of Karen will be
thing.
reading something.
Or just doing anything, and then
Yeah,
I'll
and I'll
just
be like
see
this.
in my peripheral vision him staring. And sometimes I ignore it for ages, and he carries on until I have to acknowledge it.
And yeah, but it's in really social places sometimes as well. So
Yeah,
I'll be
like,
waiting
stop
there
it.
for like ages.
Yeah.
And then you're hoping that the people, because they must think, why is Matt staring at Karen like he's about to bite her nose off? Anything to pass the time.
Anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, what was, on the opposite end of the spectrum, what was your most difficult day on set? What was the day where you're like, I can't do this anymore, I need a break?
Oh, I mean, sometimes it got very cold.
We were just looking at that
going, that was a cold day.
Oh.
So actually, to take it back to the rebel flesh again, it's like my only reference.
Season 6, episode 5.
Yeah,
Double power.
classic.
Yeah.
That was when things got really hard. I remember there was one day where it was snowing and it was so cold that all of the other TV shows in the area got to go home. But we had to stay and film in a castle.
Yeah. I
And
got
it was,
snowed in.
I mean, yeah, we were snowed in.
Yeah.
And we just had to carry on and act as if we weren't like...
Yeah, and castles are basically big fridges.
Yeah. Stone walls, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So that was difficult. And also just maybe doing our last moments in the role is going to be difficult. I remember doing that scene where I was leaving and I remember just turning around going, is this rubbish? Tell me this isn't rubbish. Just like seeking some sort of like verification.
No, it wasn't rubbish. You were great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you were really good in Doctor Who.
Now, what about you, Matt? What was your most difficult, trying day?
Oh, wow. I mean, it was just really troubling in the morning in makeup when I'd sort of look to my right and see Karen with no makeup sleeping in the chair. like this.
I remember by the end of the shoot, they allowed me to be horizontal in the chair, like recline it so far back that I could just be in bed.
in this big weird dressing gown.
Oh yeah, I used to wear 2 dressing gowns. But what about you in your like weird warm coat, like that big black thing?
My most I don't know really. I just loved making the show. Like, you know, if you're getting wet, it's usually you're getting wet because you're on a pirate ship, or if you're really cold, it's
that
cold
was the
because
toughest.
You're outside fighting Aiden. So it was, I don't know, man. I just had a good time, and it was cold and tough at times, but it wasn't like I never not wanted to be there.
Yeah. Well, on that note, what was your best day on set?
Blimey, I mean, it's so hard. It's 4 years. I think the best thing that you can take from set is just the memories and the stories that we have, and and we always say like there's nothing quite
there's
like
great moments like probably from each day.
Yeah,
each day is like a
total laughter. Like we were just really fortunate that me, Karen, and Arthur got on so well. We just laughed all the time.
Laughed our way through it.
Yeah,
which is good.
Which is what.
But then the other actors would come in for the episode and be looking at us like we were crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we were like touching them on the knee.
I mean, you're right. I have no idea why they thought that. It's just perturbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they sometimes wouldn't reference it. Anyway.
Now, obviously, the language on the show has to be very precise because a lot of times the Doctor has to explain some very high-concept stuff very quickly. But did they leave room for improvisation at all?
Oh, it's not really that sort of show. Although, actually, to be honest, in the last episode I shot, I was improvising more and more, and that's actually something I wish I'd done a bit more. But Stephen's writing is really precise rhythmically, and...
I mean, even if we didn't get it totally precise, I remember we had to go back a couple of times and reshoot it. I remember I delivered a line wrong once that was going to mean something in like 4 episodes time.
Yeah.
So it's like you just don't even know the tiniest things are going to become something really important.
Yeah.
But we had like the realms in which we could sort of mess around.
Yeah.
Like Matt would jump in baths and stuff, just like on the spur of the moment.
Yeah. Or just like that's the amazing thing about that character. You walk into a room and you go,
you can do anything.
I can do anything.
Yeah.
And that's an amazingly sort of liberating feeling as an actor because you can take it anywhere. And I don't know. And I look back on it with such fond memories.
Me too.
Yeah.
Now, Karen, I have to wonder, you're going to be in another gigantic sci-fi film very soon, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
How did your experience on Doctor Who inform how you approached your character?
Well, I mean, I was quite intimidated because I'd never worked on a film of that scale before, and then I walked on set and I was like, this is a spaceship. I've got this. It's gonna be fine. It was just like maybe like triple the size. That's the only difference, really.
Now, something else I just realized is that after you left the show, you both shaved your head. Was this something you talked about in advance?
It's really funny, actually.
Yeah. It was one day in group therapy.
I mean, that's really funny that we both shaved our heads.
Yeah. Stephen Moffat was really angry about it. Even though Karen wasn't working on the show, he was really angry that she had to shave her head. No, just because we got jobs where they were like, shave your head. We were like,
yeah, I mean, it was just a weird coincidence. So it meant that the last moment that we had together in those 2 characters, we were both bald, which would make for a very different scene had we not been wearing wigs.
We were in wigs,
like,
weren't we?
good night, but totally bald.
I know. unnerving.
Unnerving.
I used to just know that underneath that hairpiece.
Same though.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to keep it a secret before Comic-Con that she had shaved her head?
What, that Karen had shaved her head?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it difficult?
Was it me?
No, both of you. Did you know that before Comic-Con?
Last year. When she revealed it. Oh, yeah. God, I knew, yeah. Oh, yeah, because I had a funny gut going, I've got to shave my hair.
But I mean, I didn't really think about keeping it a secret. It wasn't a secret until on the day when somebody was like, it'll be really funny if you peel your wig off on the panel. And I was like, this is going to look like a huge, attention-seeking moment. But okay, I'll do it anyway. And then me and Chris Hardwick planned it together. So it wasn't like a big strategy by any means.
Nice. Well, now we're going to open things up to fan Q&A. So if anyone has a question.
Cool.
Yes, you there.
Hi.
Is the microphone out? Did I jump the gun on this?
Hello.
Oh, right up there.
Are beautiful. So
Thank you.
My question is, on The Girl Who Waited, how hard was it to play your older self knowing the emotion that you had to go through?
Well, yeah, it's always a weird thing to play an older version of yourself or the character that you play all the time, because it's like, how do you do that? Realistically. I remember finding that really difficult. Trying to differentiate between the performances. I can't remember what the choices were. But it was really cool, because when do you ever get to do that? And I found out that I don't age that well, so I started being more healthy.
Thank you very much.
You're doing the look again. Thank you.
Yes, you there.
Hi, this question's for Matt Smith. It's
Hi.
about the movie Room that you were in 4 years ago with Eva Green.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, what was it like to film that really awkward sexual scene with her that's really controversial?
Yeah.
And did you let your mom watch that scene? It was really great.
Did my mum watch that scene? Yeah, my mum's not really into that film. It's quite a mad, weird film, though, isn't it? It's sort of long and European, but it was cool. She's an amazing actress, and it was this sort of cool, crazy Hungarian director called Benedict, who was really nice. And yeah, it was quite a good experience in a strange sort of way. I mean, obviously, by the end of the film, you're like, whoa, those two need a lot of therapy. It was quite long. You're also like, yeah. But it was. But they're bizarre, those scenes anyway, aren't they? Sex scenes.
I mean, yeah, because there's a whole crew of people watching.
Really
it's the least intimate thing in the world. It's just awkward.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend.
I would opt out of those if possible.
Yeah.
I don't need those.
On a side note, back in college, I remember I was doing some extra work at the time, and they were casting for a stunt butt for Joel McHale. So those positions do exist.
Yeah.
So if you can dream it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Did you apply?
I did, but I wasn't available.
Oh,
No.
sorry.
Yeah.
No. Otherwise engaged.
I'm a leading butt.
Otherwise, yeah.